We cannot give God our seconds or our thirds. No, we must give Him our best and give Him our whole heart, mind, and soul. As Jesus warned the Jews in Matthew 15, verse number 7, "Hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy about you, saying, These people draw near to me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. And in vain they worship me, teaching as doctrines the commandments of men." Our worship of God cannot be something that we do as an external show. No, it must come from the heart and be done according to God's will. As Jesus told the woman at the well in John 4, verse 24, God is spirit, and those who worship Him must worship in spirit and truth. The Pharisees and the scribes were not the only ones that were accepting substitutes during the New Testament times. So were the Galatians. Galatians 3, verse number 1. "O foolish Galatians, who has bewitched you that you should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Jesus Christ was clearly portrayed among you as crucified?" These Galatians were trying to accept another gospel, but this kind of substitution will not work, as Paul expressed to them in Galatians 1, verse number 6. "I marvel that you are turning away so soon from Him who called you in the grace of Christ to a different gospel, which is not another, but there are some who trouble you and want to pervert the gospel of Christ. But even if we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel to you that we have preached to you, let him be accursed. As we have said before, so now I say again, if anyone preaches any other gospel to you than what you have received, let him be accursed." It doesn't matter what Bible covenant you study. All of them have the same theme. We cannot and must not substitute our ways for God's way. We have no right or authority to add our wisdom or our ways to God's commands. When we do, God will reject the substitution and us. Our worship and how we live our lives are spelled out for us in the New Testament. We can either accept and live by it or reject it by doing our own thing. Unfortunately, man has a tendency to offer substitutions instead of accepting what God clearly teaches.